Hi everyone, my name is Isabelle Youngers and I am the Kansas FBLA State President and I am here with your Executive Vice President, Sophia Weber. And today we are super excited to talk to you about how and why we think you should start running for an FBLA office. Let's go ahead and get started. So this year's FBLA theme is success starts here. And what better way to start your journey of success than by taking the next step in your FBLA career and running for an office? Whether it be on a local or state office, serving as an officer is by far one of the best experiences you could have during your high school career. From learning to time manage effectively to performing under pressure, being an officer allows you to refine and improve your leadership skills as well as instilling characteristics which promote a well-rounded and robust personality.
Good afternoon, Kansas FBLA. I'm Sophia Weber, your newly elected Executive Vice President. Before diving much farther into the process of running for office, I think that it's important to first understand what FBLA is looking for in its leaders. Being a leader, whether it's at the local, state, or national level, requires that FBLA members are professional. It is important to display admirable characteristics with your work both inside and outside of this organization. Confidence, perseverance, and being a well-rounded person are all necessary to be a competent leader and carry out the tasks that will be required of you as an officer. These personal attributes will aid you in gaining the trust of both members and advisors. Great organization will allow the state officers to promote new programs, expand the impact that they make on their fellow members, and overall promote the mission of the CTSO. Although not all of us are social animals, have time management skills, or like to work under pressure, these are all skills that we can acquire and share with our fellow members. These skills will help us in the real world and once we graduate high school. Okay, so let's talk about local office. When running for local office, the very first thing you want to do is talk to your local advisor. Get to know them and get to know what positions that they're looking for and what positions that they think you would be a good fit for. Next, you want to talk with current officers of your chapter. When running for any position, it is always a good idea to talk to people who held the position that you want to run for. It's a good idea to understand the tasks that are required of it and how time-consuming it is. Next, you want to prepare and refine your resume. I say this because most of us already have our resume completed, but the next thing we want to do is make it geared towards FBLA. I have a personal resume that I would turn into any job application, and I have my FBLA resume that I would turn in if I'm running for any office. So you just want to adjust that and make it towards your FBLA goals. Next, you want to fill out any other required paperwork, whether it's an application form or just a simple form that asks you what position you want to run for. Next thing and final thing, have new ideas for your chapter that you can share. When running for office, any office, you want to know that you're going to add value to this year's officer team.
So very similar to the local office, the steps for running for state office are pretty similar. So along with serving as a state president this year, last year I served as a state secretary. And even though the state conference was virtual, the campaign experience was still pretty full. So the first thing you want to do is make connections. Get your name out there. Use social media to network. Oh my gosh. Okay. The first thing you want to do is, okay, I'll start over. Okay. The first thing you guys want to do is make connections. Get your name out there. Use social media to network. Take each conference you go to as an opportunity to make new friends and make new connections and just make yourself someone to remember. And with that, get involved. On the local level, bring your ideas to the table and get your local chapter involved in as many things as you can, community service, outreach in your community, and then you can bring those ideas to the state level. Look at the state website for all the information about applying. The deadline for the application is December 15th, but the state website has bounds of helpful information, all the application requirements, all the requirements of the office. It's a really helpful resource. So do your research and look into that. And the next thing is make sure you have the support of those around you, whether that be your local officer team, your local advisor, your local officer team, or your family. You want as much support as you can get because it's super helpful along the process and even once you get into office. And the last thing is you want to come up with a theme. You'll give a presentation at the state conference if you choose to run for a state office, and that'll include a skit and a speech. And so you want to make a presentation that will make people remember you. Come up with a theme. A couple of my favorites were Innovate with Izabelle, which was mine this previous year, Race with Reese for Kaylee Reese, and Tire Bandana, Vote Josie Savannah. It can be something that goes along with your name, just something that will make people remember who you are, and because you want them to vote for you, and that's the easiest way to do it is make a beneficial impact. These are some questions for you to think about as you begin your FBLA officer journey, whether that be at a local, state, or national level. Being on the state board, it is our job to help guide you and answer any questions that you may have. This includes questions about campaigning or anything else. So these are a few ways that you can contact us anytime you need assistance, and we would be more than happy to help you. You can also find all of our contact information on the Kansas FBLA website, which, like I said earlier, provides lots and lots and lots of extremely useful information about campaigning and any other question you may have about Kansas FBLA. Thank you guys so much.